video. Hi.
Hi, Molly. You look gorgeous.
So do you. You look amazing.
I mean, well, I had to come ready for you. You always kill it. You always show up on point.
Oh my gosh, that is so nice.
Yeah, it's true. Molly, I'm so excited to talk to you today. First of all, I love you. Absolutely love you in Younger. I love your character. I love what you bring. You absolutely bring it. You were initially set to only do a handful of scenes. Is that right? And
I yeah, when I auditioned it was for a 6-line scene in the pilot.
wow.
And that was it. And then we just kind of all fell in love and here 7 years later.
7 years later and a series regular later, your character, Lauren Heller, pansexual, fashionable, publicist, millennial, social media guru, you proved to have staying power, obviously. So those handful of scenes stayed up, as they should. When you first signed on to do this show, did you anticipate how big it would become?
No, absolutely not. I mean, I when I first was on it and would tell my friends about it, they were like, "TV Land, the rerun station of like I Dream of Jeannie and I Love Lucy," and I was like, "Yeah, that one." So I don't think any of us could have anticipated it because it really. I always like to say that it was kind of like a sleeper hit, and it really grew into this thing that I think none of us could have anticipated. But it's the show's really good and it has a really good heart. And so I think people just fell in love with it.
And at what point do you realize that the audience is falling in love with your character, Lauren specifically? Because I feel like your character kind of took off on its own. It has like its own thing. And I want to talk a little bit about your character some more. But at what point do you realize, okay, people are loving Lauren and what she's giving?
It must have been, golly, I don't know if it was in between season 1 and season 2, but it was early on. I was running to a birthday party on the Upper East Side, and I was leaving the subway and going to the Guggenheim Museum for a birthday party. And this doorman, like, started hollering at me. And I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe it was a cat call, but then he called me by my name. And he was like, Molly Bernard. And I was like, what? He was like, you play Lauren. I love you. I love the show. I was like, wait, what? I mean, this man was like in his mid 40s. He was like a, he was a New Yorker. Like, I was like, this is crazy. What? I was like, you watched the show? He was like, it was my wife's show. Now it's my show. And I was like, okay, cool.
That's how you know, okay, we're on to something.
Yes.
I want to talk about the show coming to a close, right? I'm so sad it's coming to a close, but all good things come to an end at some point. What will you miss most about the show, and are you happy with the way it ended?
I love the ending. I cannot wait for fans to see how our series closes. I think it's wonderful and beautifully elegant. I will miss our cast. We became so close. We became a family. I will miss playing Lauren. I'll miss occupying that size and that scope. I'll miss our cast's chemistry. It was just the alchemy was so extraordinary that it was a great job. It was an easy job because it was easy to be on set. It was a healthy place to be, and I will miss that.
Wow, what can you tell us about that ending? Can you tell us anything? Well,
Spoil.
to be satisfied.
Okay, I feel like diehard fans of the show will think the ending is extremely smart,
Mm.
and I think fans will be like, they did us good.
Mm.
It's so smart and it's so beautifully executed and really, really beautifully acted that I cannot wait. I can't wait. I really, I hate that I know it and like so few of us know what it is because I know it's hard to end a series. It's really hard to end a series, especially a series that you're blessed to have for 7 years.
Right.
So how do you do that? It's a huge undertaking. And I think I really appreciate the ending. I think it's beautiful.
Is there any possibility, any hopes for Lauren Heller spinoff?
Your mouth,
Time for that.
your mouth, God's ears. I hope so. That wouldn't that be fun? That would be so silly.
That would be so good. What would you be on board for that? A
Oh
spin
yeah. I mean, she's a unique, rare species. I would love to play with her more.
would love it. The fans would love it too. You are booked, busy, and blessed, sister. So not only do you have this show coming to a close, you have a new film, Milkwater, set to release this Friday on VOD. It first premiered at the Brooklyn Film Festival. It's a heartwarming story, right? It's a unique, heartwarming story, I will say. And it tells the story of a 20-something New Yorker, Milo, which is played by you, who on a whim decides to become a surrogate to a fella she meets at the bar.
Oh yeah.
Talk to us about this project. And not only do you star in it, Molly is producing it. This is your first feature film. Is that right? Also?
This is my first TV feature film that I'm starring in. So
Right.
it was a wild, the script was sent to me and I just loved it. I felt like the story needed to be told. She's really flailing, my character Milo. She's very lost and I just identified with that for a lot of my 20s. I was a mess and I
Same,
felt
girl.
like I mean, come on. I felt like I had the empathy and the lived experience to do her justice and because at a certain point in the script, you love her. You're like, 1 second, you're like, what the heck are you doing? And the next second, you're like, baby, like, oh, I love her, but she needs a hug. And I just think the film tells a beautiful story about growing pains and coming of age. It also chronicles how difficult it is to start a queer family. And even, to start a family, even for cis straight people who are trying to have a baby and can't, that it's so vulnerable to entrust someone else
Right.
with the physical beginning of the family, the baby making. It's very hard. So it's a really empathetic film, and it's not always easy. It's a little uncomfortable, but I just fell in love with it, and the acting of it, the doing of it, was so special that I came on board as an executive producer after I saw the first edit. I just was floored, and I was like, this movie is awesome, and I want to put everything I can behind it.
Definitely. Like you talked about, it explores the complex realities of building a family in a queer household and what that looks like. What will viewers learn from this film in terms of, you know, viewers that are queer and wanting to start a family? What will they learn and take away? And people that maybe are straight, heterosexual, what will they learn from this film?
I mean, many things. I think they'll learn uh, to have a bunch of empathy and to have a sense of gracefulness towards the the surrogate, the sperm donor. I think people will learn to support. The film also tells a story of a chosen family
Right.
and how remarkable and amazing it is to have that. And we have to really take care of our loved ones, even when they're going through like a mental health crisis or a rut or a bad week, right? Like you do. It is important to show up for and not judge, even
Mm,
when friends make crazy decisions.
that's so on point. That's so true. Mm,
The,
I
the film itself does not judge Milo, and I think that's beautiful because there's a lot to be critical of.
mm. But it's a lot to be critical of, but are we standing perfect, right? Like everybody's falling short. Nobody is standing here perfect. So I love that.
Yeah, welcome to the human race. It's like we are who we are.
Welcome to the human race. What was the process like for you on this film, Molly, being both in front and behind the camera, producing and starring? What was that whole process like for you?
It was amazing. It was. I only I came on as EP after we filmed it, which I think was important. I'm so sorry. One second. I have to deal with the dogs. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. I love
Okay,
it.
hi. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. Hi, cutie. Okay, girl or boy?
Judy,
Hi, Judy. You look so cute.
you look so pretty today. Did you just have a barking fit? Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay. You can bark all you want here. We're dog friendly here.
She's like, I love it. You know that dogs experience euphoria when they bark?
Really? I didn't know that. How old is Judy?
Judy is 6, and we rescued her from the South Korean dog meat trade,
Wow.
formerly food.
Oh my gosh. She's so calm now. Like she just wanted you, right?
Yeah, girl.
Oh, okay. I won't take mommy up too much longer. I have to- we were talking about you being in front of the camera and behind producing this film.
Oh,
What was
right.
that for you?
It really was amazing. I had a lot of creative control over the poster and the like publicity of the film, which was extremely exciting. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
put you down, okay? I love you. Um, you can come back later. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't sign on as EP until after we filmed because it allowed me to be completely free while filming the movie.
Right,
Um, and not be in my head any more than I needed to be. I mean, I'm already an actor, and so I'm in my head enough. It's like get out of there.
right,
But it was great. Like I got to hire the woman who designed our poster. She's a friend of mine, Alex Citron, and she made this incredible poster. And I got to work directly with our distributor, Wolf Distribution,
right,
and I literally just got off the phone with our director. Like I have now fostered these creative work partnerships in
right.
a way that's not just as an actress for hire. And
Mm.
I can't wait to do it again. I'm so excited.
That's what I was going to ask you. Are you down to do more projects and produce more projects?
Yeah.
Start and produce?
Oh, yeah. And, even I hope that one day I would love to have my own production company and frankly not produce the things that I'm in, but help other people realize like their visions and be like a champion and an organizer for that.
Right. I love it. I could totally see it. Miles, why should people go out and watch this film? Or why should they stay at home and watch this film on Friday because it's on VOD?
Well, I think you guys need to watch this film because it is funny, it is heartwarming, it is challenging. It will open up your heart and your mind a little bit. It will frustrate you, but it will pay off. And I think it will spark some very interesting conversations for a lot of different people.
I love it. I love it. People definitely need to go and see it. It's a heartwarming, touching film. And you're right. No judgment. No judgment zone. Because I feel like right now, what people need most is empathy, right? We've been through so much with the pandemic and pretty much everything that you can imagine in the past year and a half. So I think now is the time for people to show that they care. So I'm excited about the film.
Me too. Me too.
You recently completed production on the Amazon Film Master opposite Regina Hall. What can you tease and tell us about this project? I'm excited about this. I told you, girl, you're booked, busy, and blessed. Hello.
I am gonna take that and just write it on my mirror for days when I'm like, I'm an actress, it's hard. I'm gonna be like, no, you're booked, busy, and blessed.
You better.
I am obsessed. I wrapped production on Master maybe I don't know a couple months ago. It's such a good movie. I can't wait to see the edit, and I'm so excited for it too. I don't know any details about when it's coming out, and frankly, I can't give much away because I think it's going to be a pretty big film. Regina is exquisite.
Love her.
She's doing something that fans have never seen her do. She's maybe my favorite co-star I've ever worked with. She's just effervescent. She is effervescent.
Mm.
And it's going to be it's a thriller. It's a really good film. I'm so excited.
I can't wait to see that. I know it's gonna be good. Regina is so good. So and I can't wait to see what you guys bring to.
I mean, Regina could call me and be like, "Hey, go into the garbage dump for a couple days," and I'd be like, "Okay." You want me to? I'd be like, "You want me to do that, Regina?"
I'll go. Okay. What you want me to wear? Okay, I'll go. Okay, so in honor, I have one last question for you, Molly. In honor of the final season of Younger, and it's coming to an end, and all the amazing fashion that was on full display the past 7 seasons, whose closet is Molly rating? Is she rating Liza's, Kelsey's, Lauren's, Maggie's, Diana's, or Quinn's? Whose closet is she rating? I'll tell you who I'm rating.
Who are you rating?
I'm taking Diana's or Maggie's necklaces.
Diana's necklaces.
Yeah, and then I'm going to go between you and Liza for the clubs.
Interesting. I honestly think, I mean, I love my closet on Younger. I will miss it. I will miss borrowing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I think I would maybe raid Kelsey's closet.
Kelsey does have some moments,
There are some really chic moments.
especially this season with the pregnancy. She's trying to like conceal a little bit, and so the coats are having a huge moment. I'm loving that.
They're having a big moment. And like the very oversized clutch covering the belly is having a real moment.
I love it. I love to see it. Molly, thank you so much for talking to us today. I'm so excited for everything you have coming up. You are killing it.
You are killing it. I have been staring. Your highlight is exquisite. Your hair is perfect. The earrings, the shirt, the whole thing. I want you to take a few selfies and just like it's a perfect moment.
Okay, I'm gonna selfie and I'm gonna tag you and I'm gonna say you told me to take it.
You look incredible. I'm dead.
You look. I had to show up for you.
That is silly. I am dressed like a French toddler.
No, no, you're not. No, you're not. You look so cute. Judy, thank you for making an appearance on our interview today. We'd love to see it.
She just winked at me. She winked at me.
Okay. Well, you have to come back and talk to us about Master and all of your other projects. I'm excited about the movie on Friday. I know people will love it.
Anytime. I'll come back anytime.
Thank you. Bye, Molly.
Where is the buzz?
Oh, yeah.
Where is the buzz? You said
We used to be
was
a
mine,
Oh,
mine.
where is the buzz?
Ooh.